All right, Kenney and the Coaches live podcast at the Oklahoma Coaches Association Clinic. I've been talking a lot today. It's kind of my words are starting to kind of slur together a little bit. Joined right now, it's a little bit. I had the time scheduled for 1:45, but it's a little bit early, but that's okay. Coach Lynn Shackelford of the Cashin Wildcats. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah, you bet.
Now, first off, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'm going to need your playbook and game plan for game one this year.
It'll be our second game, so you guys at least know what we do on third down. We'll just kind of have to guess about the comments. But no, I'm looking forward. I've never been to Velma
Really?
and sit on the sideline. So the place has got a lot of history, and so I'm really looking forward to going down there and playing.
Yeah, it's I'm a little biased, but it's the community is really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the. I mean, it's got to be a top 10 Class A program ever. I mean, I would make that argument until I was blue in the face.
All right, I won't argue with you. How's summer been going so far? Summer program.
Good. It's been good. We do a lot of stuff in June. We hosted a team camp. We did some 7-on-7 stuff. Went up to OSU for a 7-on-7 tournament, and then we kind of shut it down after that and just focus on the weight room. And our numbers have been pretty good. This is our last week, so we'll finish up this week and give them a week off, and then we'll be right back at it.
Now, you mentioned 7-on-7. How has the popularity of 7-on-7 kind of gotten over the years? Because I was kind of trolling on your Facebook page, and I saw you had I can't remember which 7-on-7 league or camp it was, but it was like just full of teams. I mean, has it kind of just become like a norm for teams to do that stuff?
Yeah, it really is. So I've been associated with hosting a 7-on-7 tournament now for about 10 years. I started out doing it with Justin Jones when he was at McGinnis, and we did it there, and then we did it at Norman North, and then when they started doing the new football field, he didn't want to mess with it anymore, so I kind of talked to Coach Kingwood and Stillwater into doing it. He had a relationship with Coach Gundy, so we were able to do it there, and it's really kind of blown up since we went there. And I think we had almost 40 teams there this year, and I'm sure a lot of it is because it's at OSU, but also I think in this day and age, especially football coaches, you're itching so much to be able to get your hands on your kids because you don't have that same opportunity as a lot of other sports. So I think anytime, and you can make the argument whether it's football or it's not, or it's beneficial or it's not. I don't want to argue that. You can take either side. You're probably right. But just from the standpoint of you get to be around your kids, get to coach them, you get to put them in a little bit of a competition. I think it's a good thing, and hopefully we can keep doing it, and we'll still be a success up there. But I don't think it's going away, and I think there's probably going to be a push from a lot of, especially bigger schools, to maybe have some sort of organized 7-on-7 deal, especially in the spring, because it's kind of turning into a.
Yeah, it is. I hadn't thought about that because I was going to bring up, how Texas kind of has like their own little playoffs and state championship for 7-on-7.
Yeah, they do, but Texas also, at least I think, they can't coach their kids. They can't go to team camps. They can't do stuff like that. So I know a long time ago we went to a 7-on-7 tournament in Arkansas, and Allen High School was there. When Kyler Murray was in high school, but none of their coaches were there. It was all dads coaching them. So I don't know. I'm sure all of our dads would love to coach our kids, but I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever.
I kind of forgot that Texas couldn't do that because I remember I was at a basketball camp, an OU basketball camp, and there were some Texas teams there, and I was like, it doesn't look like a coach, and it wasn't. That's kind of weird. I'm glad we don't have that stipulation here in Oklahoma.
I agree.
Another reason why Oklahoma's better than Texas.
Yes, for sure.
Now, what's it going to? You've always kind of struck me as because I've watched you do several interviews and stuff. You kind of strike me as a person you're not going to sugarcoat stuff. You're going to be kind of real with what you say.
Sure.
What's it going to take to get you guys where you want your program to be? I mean, because another thing that I've kind of noticed about your teams over the years, you don't just do the same thing. You're going to adapt to what your kids do. You're not one of those guys that's, we've run, 5 wide for 5 years. By gosh, we're going to keep doing it. what's it going to take to kind of, adaptability wise or adapting wise, and kind of just personnel wise, just what's it going to take to get you guys where you want you guys to be?
Well, the interesting part of that question is, where do you want to be? For us, it's we want to be the best versions of ourselves. So whatever that ends up being, we can't really control. Obviously we want to win every Friday night. We want to win a state championship. Whether that's a realistic goal this year or not, I don't really know. I know Rejoice is going to be really, really good, and anybody in Class A is going to have a really hard time with them. I do think, and I had this conversation with some of our kids the other day, last year on our 10-game schedule, we weren't going to walk on the field in every one of those games and have a legitimate chance to win. There were some of those games we just weren't going to, unless something just crazy wild happens. This year, I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think every Friday night we'll have a chance to compete, a chance to win. Now, whether we do or not, it's going to depend on a whole bunch of different factors. But as a coach, I think that's where you want to get to. You want to get to a point where you feel confident every Friday night. Now, if you do the things you're supposed to do, Monday through Thursday, that when you walk out there on Friday night, you should have a chance to be able to go and compete. And I think we're there. We've got a bunch of kids that have started since they were freshmen that are going to be juniors. We've got some seniors that have started since they were sophomores. So we've got a lot of experience. We're kind of young on the offensive line, but I think we've got some kids that can fill those roles. So we'll see. Class A, you've been around this, you've watched enough football, and then you only have 35 or 40 players. Your dreams and expectations can change in a hurry, on a Friday night or Tuesday afternoon in practice. So if we stay healthy, I think we'll be one of those at the end that you can make an argument that we will compete for it. But we'll see.
Yeah. That's about. Yeah, you said that about injuries, golly. It seems like every year it's just like you get the wrong kid hurt. Yeah. But I mean, that's what the.
But that's the thing. We've been fortunate enough to win a bunch of football games at Cashin, and in the years that we have been really successful, we've been really lucky. We stayed healthy, or we stayed fairly healthy.